Hi, my name is Abdul, and I'm here with Diana, and we're part of the Closing the Gap, and today we're going to go around asking Virginia Tech students about their thoughts on gun control. Let's see what they have to say.
So, do you support the Second Amendment, which grants all citizens the right to bear arms?
Yes, I do, very strongly. I believe that given America's long history, especially given how the government has treated its African American population, I believe the right to bear arms and to resist a government is a very necessary and important right.
I think it's okay for people to have guns, but I think that there should be stricter regulations on who is able to obtain them.
I do support the Second Amendment. People do deserve to be able to protect themselves against, intruders, people who wish to do harm against them. So, yeah.
Do you support the Second Amendment, which grants all citizens the right to bear arms, and why?
No, because I think that there should be more between just being able to go and buy a gun as just a regular citizen of society. That you just and if they were able to buy a gun, it just shouldn't be a mass assault weapon. It shouldn't be as easy as walking into a Walmart, and it's just too dangerous.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you support the Second Amendment, which grants all citizens the right to bear arms, and why?
I think that's kind of a loaded question, but I think it's better to let people have the right to bear arms and then police it really heavily, because if you don't, if you just completely block it off, there's still going to be people who still get guns and then they're irresponsible and they don't have trainings.
I feel like that's really complex because it was made to prevent an overbearing government, but then we can't have tanks and nukes, obviously, because that's not safe. So where do you draw the line,
Yeah, I think it is on very few occasions, I guess guns could be useful. I don't think I would ever get one, but I do see why some people would want one, but there definitely needs to be more regulation.
The second question is, who would you trust with guns and who wouldn't you?
I would trust those who have done a proper screening. Sometimes they do mental health screenings to make sure that you are perfectly healthy. And I would not trust those who show signs of maybe harmful mental illness. There's some people out there that should not be handled with guns.
I don't regular people that say that they need it in their house for protection. I don't really trust that, because there's been multiple times when kids have gotten into it or pets, and I just think it's dangerous. But I also don't completely trust, our police system, because, they're using it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Accidents are prone to happen, and having a gun just accessible to in a house or anything is just too risky and unfair to the kids that were raised with it and just don't realize how dangerous it is, because it could be seen as a toy, especially with irresponsible parents. And
People with training and I think psych evals, I know there's been a lot of stuff, a lot of bills passed about making the psych evals and training a little more intense, but nothing's actually gone through. But I think people with real training, I think that's the people who should have guns. And I don't know, there's some people who are kind of sus. So
Who would you trust with guns and who wouldn't you trust with guns?
I feel for hunting, but that's probably all you need, in my opinion.
I wouldn't trust most people with guns, but I still believe that they have a right to own a firearm. If someone is weird or creepy, that does not preclude them the right to own a firearm. It just gives me more reason that, say, someone who is not weird or creepy should also procure a firearm and defend themselves.
Anyone with lots of training and definitely regular psych evaluations, because that stuff can also change. Anyone who's had any history of violence, I would not trust with a gun, because if they've done it before, guns are way too easy to hurt people with.
Like Smoothie said, I think that people who can be trusted with a gun are people who have had training, and I think people who would not be trusted with a gun are people who have a history of violence.
What are your thoughts on the statement from the NRA that guns don't kill people, people kill people?
Anything coming from the NRA is questionable. So I think it's probably a mixture of both, because a lot of times people kill people, but the reason they're killing people is because they have access to guns and it's just they just have free range. So I think that's definitely, I don't really have a solid answer for that, but I think it's kind of true, but it's also not true.
Sort of, but guns make it a lot easier to kill people.
Well, people do kill people, but using guns.
I think that people do kill people, but they also use the guns to kill people. So I think that statement is kind of wishy-washy.
Got it. Thank you.
Do you agree or disagree with the statement from the NRA that guns don't kill people, people do?
Yes and no. So that's kind of I'd rather phrase it as if someone were to say, knives don't kill people, people kill people. Yes, that's in a sense, guns kill people. That's what they're supposed to do. That's their job. And in another sense, there has to be someone behind the trigger, pulling said trigger and killing someone. So I feel like on one hand, you can't put all the blame on the firearm, on the method, but you also can't place all the blame on the individual. You have to kind of find a nice middle ground there.
While guns are just a weapon and can't sometimes they can fire themselves if they're not properly put away. And I kind of disagree, because the statement also implies that guns are usually fired with the intent of firing, but there have been cases where kids fire the gun and obviously they don't know how it works, so it's not their intent to use it. So I think I would disagree.
And do you agree or disagree with the statement from the NRA that guns don't kill people, people do?
People kill people, guns don't. It's just those who wield them that do.
Thanks for watching our video, and if you would like to participate in our discussion, it will be held at Lavery 345 Thursday, November 11th. So please come and have a great discussion. Have a great rest of your day.